One thing we did, we made that feel like glass. It's smooth to the touch. This is their little wine thing. We have all their dividers for the cups. We have the doors over here. Everything has 2 coats of stainless steel, 6 coats of that other stuff that's colored.
Oh, lacquer?
Colored lacquer.
Yeah.
And then 3, sometimes 6 coats of regular clear lacquer. And
Nice.
Came out all right.
I think they'll love it. I hope. Okay, so we got the big cabinet in the house, the big coffee bar, and we removed this piece of trim. We could have cut it with an oscillating tool, but I just find that I get much better results by just removing it and cutting it with my miter saw instead, which I'll show in a little while. So anyway, right here, we have this wire that needs to come through the cabinet. So we made our measurements and we're gonna drill a hole in the back of the cabinet, and then the electrician is gonna come back and square it off to his plate. So I just wanted to explain.
Overlap if you need one.
Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm measuring where my studs are. I'm gonna transfer my mark to the back side of the cabinet. I'm gonna drill a real small pilot hole in here. And then in this case, what we're doing is I have enough room on top so that you don't see screws on the inside. I'm actually gonna toenail through the top of the cabinet into the wall with some little 1/8" screws that we normally use for face frames. Okay, so I transferred my marks to the cabinet, and I'm drilling with a little pilot hole to make sure that our drill bit doesn't start walking away on us and bust through the cabinet. So I've drilled both of these, and now we're gonna screw it to the wall. And the Houdini wine bottle holder that I made in the video that I made in the shop, it's for these customers.
Nice.
So they think it's pretty cool. Glad y'all like it.
No.
So now what we're doing is we're installing this hardware on these drawers. So what I did is I put blue painter's tape down so that I'm not marking on the door itself. So I found the center, I'm sorry, not the door, the drawer front. So I found the center of the drawer front. There's 3 inches from this hole to this hole. So I'm going 1.5 this way, 1.5 this way from center. And I'm also centering it up and down. And then I'm gonna drill the 2 holes and it'll be done.
What are your measurements?
So the whole drawer front is 7 inches tall. So the middle point is 3.5. 3.5 plus 3.5 equals 7. I'm not sure how. You want me to make it look worse?
I can see with the knob off.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm gonna show now is I'm gonna show how to adjust these. They were actually adjusted, but I made one all cattywonk just to show you. There's 3 adjustment screws on these hinges. So this one right here makes this part go in or out.
Good.
And the last...
I turned it off for a second.
All right, so we get better results by cutting the trim and nailing it back up rather than using an oscillating tool to cut it around the camera. So anyway, that's all we're doing right now is putting these pieces back after we cut out the piece where the cabinet itself went. So here's the finished result minus the piece of granite that I spoke about earlier. So, of course, all the dividers come out in case they ever want to just have a regular drawer. And that's it. I hope they enjoy coffee at their coffee station for years to come. And a little bit of branding on the drawer so they don't forget my name in case I ever get called back for something.
Sounds good.
No, that's really it.
Nice.